Right, boys, it's been absolutely fucking ages since I've done a long form video like this, so might be a bit rusty, but we're gonna give it a go. By the way, my throat is absolutely fucked. Like, basically, shut that shit because the lighting's wank if I don't. For those of you that don't know, I went on a trip with my boys to Ayia Napa recently, so that's why my throat's fucked. I've been like shouting so much, and there's a few things I learned out there actually. I think I could teach you boys that'd be very beneficial. Now, I even look like knackered. I literally look, mate, I look like I've been through the wars. Throat's fucked. I look tired as shit. So, bro, we need to pop a video out though. We need to give some value to you lot, all right? So, I'm gonna tell you a bit of a story first. So, we go into this. So obviously, like Ayia Napa's like some big party island, isn't it? So it's like a strip full of like nightclubs, bars, and shit like that. So me and my friends have gone into this one club, okay? You know, just doing our thing, you know, dancing, whatever. Music's pretty good. We're just chilling, having a good time. And we're like one of the first people that are in here, okay? And as the night goes on, we start seeing like girls dancing up on the ledges, okay? On like there's like raised parts of the place, you know, like on the bars and stuff like that. And we start seeing girls starting to get up on the top and start dancing, okay? Now one of my friends, as we get a little bit like further into the night, we're kind of just on the main dance floor, okay? So basically what it is like, so it's like 4 bars like surrounding this one dance floor, and the girls can get up on top and dance. And my friend goes and tries to get on top of one of these like bars and tries to start dancing, so he's being a fucking idiot, right? And he gets told by one of the security guards to get down. He's like, "What are you doing? Get down." So then my friend's like, "Well, we're all there thinking like, what the fuck? Like these, you know, there's loads of girls on there, and we couldn't go on. Basically, the men couldn't go on. The guys couldn't go on the fucking ledges on the bars and dance and do their shit. Right? It was strictly only women that could do that. Is my screen all messed up? That's better. It was strictly only the girls that could get up onto the bars and start dancing. All right. So obviously, yeah, like all the fucking guys can sort of see it all, and it was all for like, you know, it's all for like image, it's all for business, and they want the place to be aesthetically how they want it to be, and therefore they've made it a strict rule that only girls can dance up on the ledges and on the bars where everyone can see them. Boys can't. And I just sat there and it made me think like, because not only that, right? Not only that, all the guys. So if that's the case, all the guys are then like just on the like kind of on the middle of the dance floor. Yeah, there's a few girls on the main dance floor, but it's mainly guys, all right. And what they're doing is they're going into the like up to these like bars, and they're like holding their hands out to try and like get them to dance. And what these girls, you can see these girls are doing, they're just kind of like ignoring them and, you know, smiling at them almost, and like, you know, because they're getting all this attention from these guys. They're like smiling at them, and then they're not doing anything about it. They're not dancing with them. They're just gonna keep, you know, just gonna keep doing their thing on the bar. And the count, because they know the countless amount of guys that are coming and asking them to dance, or, you know, trying to do whatever, trying to talk to them, trying to dance with them. They get that so much because they're up on these raised, you know, bars, that they don't need to, like, you know, they don't feel the need to dance with that guy because there's going to be another guy that's going to come and, you know what I mean? So it's like they're just getting fed attention. They just get absolutely fed attention by like all these different guys. So I thought, like, you know, the girls dancing on the bar was bad enough, you know, like, well, you know, they're only allowing girls to do this. So number one, that kind of automatically puts these girls on a pedestal, and all these guys on the dance floor are like, you know, thinking, looking up at them, literally looking up at them, thinking like, oh my god, these are like gods, these are like amazing things. We should be like, you know, almost like thirsty for them, desperate for them. Then they're holding their hands out, and they're getting rejected by these girls. Okay, fully rejected. They're either getting ignored, or they'll smile at them, like give some like cheeky smile, as if to say, yeah, like, I'm not dancing with you, but like I like the fact you're giving me attention. And then these guys are still holding their hands out to try and like dance with them, and these girls are still not dancing with them. And I was sitting there, I was baffled. So I was like, I mean, yeah, I'm on holiday, so I shouldn't be thinking about this, but my mind automatically just goes like this way. I start thinking about shit I can teach on YouTube, bro. I'm thinking this is why guys are so shit with girls nowadays, and why they're so, you know, why they're struggling, you know, why they get no attention from women. And it's literally because of this. It's like society has almost done this to men. This nightclub, I know this is only one nightclub, but you see it in a lot of other nightclubs now. They only allow girls to go onto the bars, to dance on the bars on the raised parts of the nightclub, so everyone can see them. All the guys can see them. The guys can't do that. So automatically it's putting the girls on a pedestal, it's putting the girls on this higher, superior point to all the guys. And the guys are then literally physically looking up at them like that, like looking at them like, and thinking of them as these Greek gods. It's almost this weird psychological thing. They're looking up at them like they're these like gods and these like amazing things, these creatures that you should, you know, they should bow down to. And I'm like thinking, what the fuck is going on? These guys are there holding their hands out, like, come dance with me, please. And I find you attractive. And these girls are just like fully ignoring them. And even after getting ignored, these guys are still holding their hands out, trying to like a form of desperacy. And you can see it from every single guy in the nightclub. And I'm just sitting back watching, thinking, what the fuck? None of these guys were getting any attention from these girls. Not one of them got any attention. All right, and it's that thing. It's this lesson I've taught you before. You have to put value on your attention. That is, as a man, that is your value, okay? Your attention. These guys just like spilling their attention out constantly to all these different girls. Can you dance with me? Their attention is not valuable. So these girls are on these bars, these raised bars, are thinking, well, these guys' attention aren't valuable. So why would I give them my attention? All right? Why would the girls give them their form of value? You know, in terms of like their attention. Why would they do that if the guy's attention isn't valuable? Do you understand? Like, you understand what I mean now? Does that make sense? I sound shit, bro. I'm trying not to sneeze this whole time, bro. But yeah, do you not now see how this kind of all works? This is such a simple example. It was like a real life example that I experienced, and I realized, like, yeah, what I actually talk about is just right. Like, I know what I'm on about here because I've seen it. I've now seen it firsthand. If you go to one of these party islands or these party holidays, and like, you know, Ayia Napa, Magaluf, where you go in these nightclubs and they've got specifically like where they want the girls to be, you know, in vision to all the different guys. So it gets the guys to come in, you know, and the guys want to come and they want to try and dance with them and they get rejected. And it's like, you'll see it firsthand. These guys' attention no longer has any value because they're giving it out non-stop to all these different girls. Will you dance with me? Will you dance with me? And even after they're told no, even after they're rejected, all right? Or even after these girls are just keeping them there for their attention, not dancing with them, staying on the bars, and they know the guys are just going to stay there and still and still look at them and still try and hold their hand out to dance with them. They're not going to do it because they just want their attention. Therefore, their attention is not valuable. When their attention is not valuable, the girl isn't going to go and give her attention to that guy. It's as simple as that. It's such a simple concept. Bro, I saw something even fucking worse. I'll tell you this. This was like very, very early in the night, and this nightclub had just opened. It was the same nightclub. And the girl, there was a few guys in there, and there was one girl, right? There was one single girl who was up on this raised part, on this bar. And she was literally, all she was doing was walking up and down it. And these guys were like grabbing her arse and shit, and like grabbing her legs. And I was like, I'm just, honestly, bro, I was just fucking disgusted. I was like proper disgusted, bro. So I was just like, you can tell these guys just do not get any girls at all. Like, you can just tell. Because like they were getting all excited and that. They were like turning to each other and going, oh shit, bro, I just grabbed her ass. But this girl is just walking up and down this bar, letting all these different guys, like all of the guys grab her ass, not even like giving any of them any sort of attention. She was letting it happen because she was absorbing all their attention. She loves that. It's what girls want. They crave attention. And she was getting all this male attention. And these guys were getting absolutely nothing in return aside from, you know, just grabbing her ass and all these different, not even like she was, it wasn't even like she was just letting one of them do it. She was letting every single one of them do it. I'm just there thinking, bro, these guys, honestly, because you can tell, like, because they were getting excited about it, that's like probably the most action they've had all fucking week while they've been on this holiday, bro. And I was just thinking, fuck, you know. And yeah, it just reinforces all the lessons that I teach of, if you do not put value on your attention, all right, then you simply will not get any value from females back. You know, where like, you know, value on a female could be just like sex or her attention, you know what I mean? Like, so stop doing this bullshit, this desperate bullshit where you're trying to, you know, just give out all your attention to this girl and thinking that that's going to be what's going to make her, you know, like you, or that's going to make you dance with, that's going to make her dance with you in the club, or that's going to make you sleep with you. Like, no, it's not that at all, bro, because I literally saw that firsthand. You'll notice, right, that there's guys who are just like in the middle of the dance floor doing their own thing, not giving a fuck about these girls. They're in the middle of the dance floor, dancing, doing their own thing, not paying attention to them. They're not holding their hands out saying, oh, will you dance with me? They're literally just in the middle of the dance floor doing their thing. And it's usually those guys, those girls will get up off the bar floor and go and dance with. Do you want to know why? Because their attention, those guys' attention has value because he's not giving it out so easily. He's not chasing her, all right? He seems like more of a challenge. Girls like him more of a challenge, all right? He seems more confident in himself because he doesn't have to, he's not thirsty. He's not going up where all the other guys are. Like there'd be like 10 to 15 different guys, honestly, all going for the same girl, trying to get to dance with her, or like grabbing her ass, grabbing her legs and all this stuff. And look, because this girl was absorbing all this male attention, those guys there's no value on their attention. So she'll just smile at them and giggle at them and like, oh yeah, keep doing that, but I'm not going to dance with you because you're all a bunch of fucking pussies. And then just carry on dancing. Whereas this other guy, let's take this other guy who's in the middle of the dance floor. He's doing his own thing. He's not trying to dance with this girl. He's not chasing this girl. He's not like he's not following the crowd of sheep, right? He's either with like a few mates or whatever. He's just doing his thing. That girl knows that guy's attention has value because he's not giving it out so easily. See how that makes sense? So she's going to want to go down off the bar and dance with him rather than the guys that are up on the bar trying to, will you dance with me, please? All right, because those guys have no value on their attention. Does that make sense? It's a very simple, it was such a prime example of like why almost society has done this to men. Yeah, and men just don't deal with it the right way at all because they're not experienced with it. So I thought I have to talk about this. It's like not only has this nightclub in particular gone and done that where they've put women on a pedestal, right? So therefore, automatically, it's like this psychological thing of the guys having to look up at the girls and thinking, oh my God, these are amazing things. Like, they're like gods, they're amazing, got to try and attract them now. Like, that's what it is. So therefore, they're coming across with this weird energy, like this weird, nerdy, desperate energy to try and attract the girl. And society itself has done that. But that's why the men and the boys, they don't respond well, and they don't respond in the correct way because they don't know this shit. They don't understand women, all right? That's all business, all right? That for the nightclub is all business. They want guys to come in. They want, that gets more people in because there's girls on the fucking bars and shit dancing. Everyone can see them. It gets more dudes in, all right? And that's only a successful way of getting men into nightclubs is because of like lust and shit like that, male lust. And men that have no experience with women. And that is a lot of men nowadays, right? So, yeah. It was just like, for me, it was just fucking, it was a bit disgusting to watch, really. I was just thinking, like, not only is this just a bit grim, because you've got, like, I'm not trying to be all, like, religious and, like, oh, haram and shit like that. I'm just saying, like, you've got this one girl and all these guys trying to grab her ass and try and dance with her, just like, bleh, fucking hell. If that was bro, that's someone's daughter as well, bro, honestly. Like, it's someone's daughter. That's the worst part. Can never be my daughter, I swear to God, bro. But yeah, like, not only has society done this where they've like put women on a pedestal, but like now men are responding in the shittest way they possibly can by giving out all their attention, thinking that's going to work. And then they're just putting less value on their attention, so they're getting less women as a result. Don't be that guy, bro. If you're a guy in a nightclub and you see this, all right, I promise you, if you're just a guy that just does his own thing, he's in the middle of the dance floor, having a good time, dancing, he's with his mates, he's having a laugh, he's just having a good time. You're not focused on the girls. You're not like, oh, can I dance with you? You're confident in your own skin to do your own thing. If you're one of those guys, one of these girls on the bar is more likely to come and dance with you because there's value in your attention, all right? And all the other girls around you are then going to see that and they're going to want to dance with you as well. It's that like knock-on effect, that biological thing in a woman, that if a woman sees a guy with other women, she automatically finds him more attractive, okay? That is a biological thing, okay? So just be yourself, be that confident guy in the nightclub that doesn't, thirst for female attention, doesn't give his attention out like it's, and then it's got no value on it. All right, boys? I hope that was helpful. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe if you want to get more videos like this. I'm going to be pumping out so much content over the next few weeks because obviously I've been away. So I've got to start getting some more content out, get some more lessons out. The lessons are going to be unbelievable. The lessons in this channel is going to be absolutely life-changing. I'm stuttering like mad because I've not done a video in ages, bro. I need to get back in the swing of things, but yeah. If you want to keep up to date with all these videos, all these lessons, then subscribe, turn the bell notification on, whatever the fuck it is. Is it a bell? Yeah, something like that. And yeah. I'll see you in the next one, boys. See you in a bit.